Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Oakland Raiders. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. You draw Corker. Set. Hey, Wahoo.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Now! Hey, Charlie!
Mike's 50. Let him know.
Big Rivers.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Reset. 19. 50. Check mark 50.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 52. And 31. 24. Lost twins. Wait. Switch. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, 59.
Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's third down. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First down, Green Bay.
Here's the set. 19.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
49, go. They can't hang with us. 49, guys. 24. Hey, we heavy on the edges, Mike's 49. Trump. 49.
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play.
What is that? 19. Mike 50. Yeah, double up.
Now Jones. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now Watson on third and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Y'all playing the wrong.
X3, 218, chopper. Get it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike, check, 59.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. 70, Indy. 59, 59.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Let's go now. 60 Recon, 152 fighter. Shoot.
Here's Jacobs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And fights through one man. And he's got room. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Airing one out for Crowder. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
47, 19. Alert, alert. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Look at the egg. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Check 9. Check 9. 9, go.
On 2nd and 7, Watson completes it to Coleman. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 53 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Alert! First thing! Check. 6 guys! 36! 59! 55! Shit!
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Here we go. Let's go, Mike 50. Get it.
They'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Mike 50. Rock it. You ain't doing nothing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
37-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They run the counter. Richard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Pilot, 64.
Looking to throw. They'll find his running back here, Richard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Watson on 3rd down. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. And his first carry, he loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And an alley to run. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Raiders' 33-yard line.
Hey. 4 down. Put it on. West. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Bring it. At 59. 49. Got him. Go. 49.
To throw on second and 6. Watson. He'll let this go. Touchdown, Packers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
8-3.
Exit.
Hey, Alpha.
59 mark.
Big grip.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big run there by Jones. 51 yards on the ground. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
We're set. 19.
Yeah. You don't want this.
24.
Mike's 50. You're trapped.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. He wants it all for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This one from 48 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Hey, Echo. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. And Eifert has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm here all day. Pick the edge.
You draw Corkers.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, Richard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it. And
a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll look to throw here. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a 3rd.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now Watson. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Going to take a shot for Gallup, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready? 8, read.
59. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hit it.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Let go.
They'll set up a throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders get a score closer. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
50, 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
5.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
They'll run it with Bell. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Bell. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
That's the way. 49's the mic. Watch 49. You.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell.